In today's lesson, we're looking at loading and bonuses. So loading is paid to someone who works in a difficult or hazardous conditions, and also workers are granted holiday loading. So loading is a payment that's made to people as a percentage of their usual wage for working in those conditions. So typically, the annual leave that people work receives a holiday loading of 17.5%. Now, bonuses is similar in the fact that in order to calculate our value for a bonus, we're going to need to take a percentage of a number. So people can be paid bonuses for achieving performance targets, and we'll have a little bit of a look at how that would work. So our first question here, we've got a hairdresser and we've got the normal rate of $19.70 per hour over a 38-hour week, and we're asked to calculate the normal weekly wage. So that's pretty simple. We take the $19.70 and multiply it by 38 hours. So we pop that into the calculator, 1970 multiplied by 38 hours. So we're paid $748.60. That's pretty simple. What we are asked now here is that for the 4 weeks of annual leave paid at 17.5%, what is the actual payment? So we need to work out what 17.5% of our weekly wage is. So we go 748.60, sorry, 17.5% of 748.60. Now remember, when we see of, we can replace that with multiplication. So we can work out what 17.5% of that is. So just a reminder about that, we can change this to a fraction. We can go 17.5 over 100, or a decimal. So we would put it as 0.175. So multiplied by 0.075. So 131.05 cents. So it wasn't 5 cents, 0.005. We're just going to leave that for 3 decimal places for the moment, and we'll see why in a minute. Now that's actually only calculating the leave loading for 1 week. So we now need to multiply this number, our 131, by 4 to get the 4 weeks of annual leave. So 524.02 cents. So there's our final answer there. Now, the last thing we're now asked to do here is calculate the total amount that's paid out for the 4 weeks of annual leave. So what we need to do is we need to take the normal wage and multiply that by 4 to get that total, and then we need to add it to what our leave loading is. And our leave loading was, we've already calculated, 524.02 cents. So our normal wage was 748.60 cents multiplied by 4. So we get $2,994.40. Then we add on our leave loading, which we've already calculated, so plus 524.2. So $3,518.42. $3,518.42. There we go. Now, that's our annual leave, so that's one of the ways we can calculate, well, it's an example of using loading. Let's have a look at bonuses. So we're looking at our bonus calculations here. We've got a chief executive who's paid $240,000 per year, and she receives 1% of her salary for every percentage point she increases. So the company has gone from $3.1 million to $4.4 million in 1 year. So first thing we need to do is work out the growth or the increase in profit. So that's going to be 4.4 million minus the 3.1 million. So we've got an increase in profit of 1.3 million. Now if we've got 1.3 million as a percentage, we're going to go 1.3 over 3.1 to give us our percentage increase. We're looking at percentage increase. Sorry, 1.3 divided by 3.1. So we've got a percentage increase, and then if we multiply that by 100 to give us our percentage, 41.9%. So we've got a 41.9% increase in profit. Now going back to our question, she's going to receive 1% of her salary for every percentage increase that she's managed to achieve. So we need to now determine what is 41.9% of the salary, which was 240,000. So a reminder, we can replace the of with multiplication, and now we just need to find the 41.9% of 300,000. So sorry, 0.49 multiplied by 240123. So that equals 160,000. So our Chief Executive Officer will receive $100,560 as a bonus.